Greetings, this is the Baron, and today I'm going to share with you my loot haul from New Jersey's 2020 Magic Fest. Enjoy. Alright, so I'm actually going to start off with a little pile I got off Card Kingdom to supplement my big loot score over here. So I picked up a couple Divine Offerings for my old school decks. If you watched my last video, you only had one Mind Bomb left, so I picked up the other 3 more just now. So I got my playset. Picked up a playset of Evil Eyes because I think everyone needs this. And it was a Scrying's tournament I actually attended at Magic Fest. And so Scrying's little cards were out there, so I picked up a ton of Tinderballs. If you watched my last video about my loot haul, you saw I picked up I think 2 Infernos, so I got the other 2 to make my playset. Picked up a ton of Crumbles, because I always need those. Picked up a whole playset of all of the Kobolds. Minus the crazy $20 one that gives them First Strike. I know I'm going to need them if I ever make a Kobold deck, but it's not actually in the plans, it's just something I wanted to have. These are a little more expensive cards that I picked up. Picked up a playset of Mana Vortex and a playset of Preachers. Neither one of these cards I've ever owned, so I'm happy to have both these playsets. Moving right along. Skibble that right over there. Sister of the Flame is my play group. I got this sweet swag sticker. And inside, this is what I got at Magic Fest / the tournament. This is Don's Goblin Raiders stamp, signed by Don. I wasn't talking to him actually, my girl was talking to him. Got this cool stamped forest. This is my draft card, not my draft card, my I guess at each old school tournament you get everyone gets the same card, and people have it signed by their opponents like me, and some people have it signed by everyone at the tournament, much like this card. So normally you draft these cards. Everyone at the tournament tries to get their signature on there. They're in top, Baron Nick. And we only have time for the draft at the end of this tournament, so everyone kind of is pulled at random. So my girl got this one, Rogue Elephant. I got a Sweet Pull. I got a Copper Tablet. I actually only own one of these. This is my second one, so I'm super happy to have it because I have decks in mind. So first off, going in ascending order from lowest to highest, what I paid for these cards. And you can tell me if you think I get ripped off or I've got sweet deals. But I paid $7 each for these Beta Forests. And I think I got 5 of them. And their condition is... there's a lot of glare there. Not too bad. You know, they're not minty or anything, but I don't care so much about that. I'm just happy to have my Blackboard Forests in my green deck. Next up is another card I ran in my green deck. Killer Bees, and I actually never owned these in Black Border either, so very happy to pick up 2 from Legends. I paid $15 each, and they're actually not bad. These guys are looking pretty cool. Next up is another card that I've also never owned, Argovian, Ice Storm. Look at that. So Ice Storm, same thing, never owned any. I picked up 3. I paid $20 each. And I see he's going for $20-$30 online, so I figure I grabbed them at the low end, and I got an okay deal. And they're not perfect again, but they're not so beat that I'm embarrassed to have them or anything. So super happy to have these. Icy Manipulator. I picked up my first one earlier this year actually. So at Magic Fest I picked up 2 more. Paid $40 each for these things, and they're okay. They're a little played, but you know, nothing really to complain about. They look beautiful. In a slip, you're not gonna be able to see anything. This guy, this archaeologist, I've got plans for him too. What I pay for him? Let's see here. $35 I paid for this one, but he's like, I don't know if the camera's picking up on it, but he's got some wear and tear in him. And he looks like he was like in a smoking house or something like that. Definitely played unsleeved in a smoking area. Compare him to these guys. Now you can see it now. The other two are nice and crisp. This guy's kind of like the fade yellow, which happens on cards anyway. But these two, I think I paid 10 more bucks for, so 45 each on these two guys. And if there was a third one, I would have got them too, but there wasn't. If Biff. So I paid 65 each on these guys. And he's a little beat up. You can see the like crinkleness on the corner. It's not actually like indented or anything. It just, you know, has those marks. The other one is in much better condition. I mean, you still see some chewed up on top here, but still a beautiful card. Another card that I've never owned before, and I'm very excited to have as part of my collection. These guys, 2 Beta Black Vices. Let me see, what did I pay for these boys? I paid 80, which I thought was a good deal. Last time I bought these, they were 90 bucks. But looking around, these things are actually going for much less now. Like, you can get your hands on one of these for like 60 bucks if you're lucky on eBay. But I have no regrets. I think overall I won out, so I don't mind taking a little hit on the Black Vices. Next up, the only card that's not an old school card is this lottery card Strip Mine. I needed it for an EDH deck that I'm trying to foil out, and so I paid 80 for this, and he's in pretty sweet condition. There's a lot of glare, I'm sorry, but he looks good, and I can't really find him for under 99 bucks anywhere else, so I'm going to take that as a win. My last 2 cards here, 3 cards, let's see. King Suleiman. Man, this guy gave me so much trouble in tournament. I was running a playset of Ernems, and this guy got like a turn 2 Suleiman, and he just every turn killed an Ernem for me in the first 3 turns. After the first turn, second turn, whatever. As soon as he got him out, he started tearing me apart, and it was brutal. And I always wanted him too, so I only got 1. I'll pick up another one eventually, maybe 2 more. Maybe I'll get the playset. Who knows? City in a Bottle. This card I paid $200 for, and this is like near mint. This is a beautiful card. I've only got one other one that I also paid $200 for about a year ago, and I run it in my main deck in my spiky old school. So this guy might make the sideboard or might also make main deck. I'm not sure. But I did have one of those before. The final card is another card that I've never owned before that I've always been trying to get my hands on. I paid 200 bucks for it, and it's a little played, but it's a nice Diamond Valley. You know, the top looks nice, the corners are okay. This one's a little chewed up, and that one's seen some play. But another card I've never owned before, like I said, and I'm super happy to have. You could run this almost anywhere. If someone tries to plow your creature, boom, exiled. Nothing to, or sorry, instead of exiled, he goes to the graveyard. You get your life for it. Just a nice sack outlet. I actually want a couple of these. I want to run a couple in old school, and I want one for my Prosh EDH, just as a way to sack Prosh in case you try stealing them from me. And that's it. That's my loot haul from Magic Fest 2020 New Jersey. Be sure to like and subscribe. Happy to have you here. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If there's something you want to see, let me know. Loot, baby. So before I end this video, I wanted to show you this. This card I found from a vendor at a table. It was part of his own collection. We're talking about library altars, and he's like, oh, I got one, and he pulled this thing out, and it was the most stunning, beautiful magic altar I've ever seen. This is my unicorn. This is my white whale. This is the one that got away, and I posted in all kind of groups online, you know, trying to track it down because I do want to get my hands on this. It's just beautiful. Tell me, hey, leave a comment below if you've got one of these for yourself, a unicorn, a white whale, the one that got away. For me, I was able to find this online, this picture, and even a video of the artist actually drawing it, which was just incredible to see too. I've actually reached out to her, but haven't heard anything back yet. So this is like my lost dog postage right here now. If you see this library, let me know. This is Baron Nick, and I'm done here.